You are the biggest loser I ever seen in my life. You was doing PP in your PAMPERS when I was beating players much more stronger than you. This was Tigran Petrosian's words in reply to GM Wesley So. It all started right after the finals of the Pro Chess League 2020. In the finals of the league, St. Louis Archbishops, a very strong team, was facing a slightly weaker team, Armenia Eagles. And in an upset that nobody expected, the Armenia Eagles defeated St. Louis Archbishops with a score of 9.5, 6.5. And the hero of all this was Tigran Petrosian, who you see right here. He scored 3.5 out of 4 on the final day. The Armenia Eagles were totally jubilant after they finished their games and they were in celebratory mode.
Oh
How
my
did they do
goodness.
it? Robert.
Oh my goodness. Queen takes G3. Oh, Queen F1, Knight F3 is mate.
Queen F1 Knight F3. Look at Parham celebrating. It is
Oh,
official. The Armenia
man.
Eagles are the champions of 2020, the Pro Chess League. Once again, the underdogs take over.
And look at them. That is pure jubilation. They are ecstatic. Parham with the biggest smile on his face. I don't even know. Is Raunak is just he just fist bumped, and Hike and Tigran, they left their respective computers, but you know that it is celebration time for the Armenia Eagles. What an epic finish it was for them, and Parham Maksulu with not just the draw that he needed, with a victory over world number 2 Fabiano Caruana at the end there, and Hike Martirosyan. He is in disbelief. He's just laying back in his chair. What a finish of this regular, not the regular season, the playoffs, the entire season of the Pro Chess League.
The interviewer also asks Tigran Petrosian about how he did it, and Tigran attributes his success to the gin he is having.
But you have some strong players, and well, Tigran, I mean, you were the hero today. What did you eat for breakfast? What have you been doing? How did you score 3.5 out of 4 against such a monstrous lineup?
Actually, during the match, I was drinking the gin before all the time. So, as usual, you guys should know how I'm playing. Okay, I'm retired chess player, but I like blitz and rapid. So usually I'm playing not bad in this kind of stuff. So I'm happy that I could help my team because in the first few, I mean, before qualification rounds, I was playing not so good, and the guys was winning, and I was trying to keep not to lose. And okay, I'm happy that in the final I could come back and help the team.
Well, 3.5 out of 4 is certainly not bad. And now we know
I'm
your
upset.
secret.
I'm upset. I have winning position in the rest game, so uh, looks like I should have something after Queen B2. So I'm not sure, but I have a feeling that it should be winning. But I was surprised that after Queen A3 B2, it's hold. Looks like it's hold. I didn't find anything.
After a few hours, GM Wesley So, who was part of the St. Louis Archbishops team, wrote in a chess.com forum, "Yeah, Petrosian played better than Magnus Carlsen yesterday. I need to have some of that secret gin also. I wonder what happened to the Eagles' top scorers Adriashian and Shan Sargisian. Why they don't play on chess.com anymore? Wink. We want to have over the board rematch." Just kidding. Anyway, I think the finals should have had proctoring. Lots of work were at stake and weeks of playing through the qualifying phase. So it's a clear accusation or insinuation that Petrosian must have had computer assistant. He did something wrong to play such perfect moves in the finals to score 3.5 out of 4 against tough opponents. Now, in reply to this, Tigran Petrosian wrote in the same forum as a reply, "Are you kidding? What the beep are you talking about, man? You are the biggest loser I ever seen in my life. You was doing PP in your PAMPERS when I was beating players much more stronger than you." So it's a very funny letter and at the same time a very direct and insulting letter that you will ever see from a chess player to another chess player. You're not professional because professionals knew how to lose and congratulate opponents. You're like a girl crying after I beat you. Be brave, be honest to yourself, and stop this trash talkings. Everybody know that I am very good blitz player. I can win anyone in the world in single game. And Wesley So is nobody for me, just a player who are crying every single time and losing. Remember what you say about Firouzja. Stop playing with my name. I deserve to have a good name during my whole chess career. I'm officially inviting you to OTP Blitz match with the prize fund. Both of us will invest $5,000 and winner takes it all. I suggest all other people who's interested in the situation just take a look at my results in 2016 and 2017 Blitz World Championships, and that should be enough. No need to listen for every crying babe. Tigran Petrosian is always play fair. And if someone will continue officially talk about me like that, we will meet in court. God bless with truth. True will never die. Liars will kicked off. So Tigran Petrosian was offended by the insinuations by Wesley So. Let us have a look at the video of the games, and let's see their cameras and see if we can find out anything fishy in Tigran Petrosian's conduct. We'll also have a look at their games. This is the game between Petrosian and Dominguez in the finals. And right now, Petrosian has played knight b3. We'll see their cameras in a while. So knight b3 has just been played, and queen went back. Dominguez retreated his queen. And here, Petrosian is about to play a very unusual move, a very deep move, a non-human-like move. You will see. He just played queen d2. We still don't see the cameras. Here it is. So you can, if you look at his camera, he's right now looking kind of straight forward, a little bit to his left. And now, still looking at the board probably. Okay, he's focused. Nothing fishy there. And now see, he is looking at a different screen. He is looking at the different screen, and now he's looking back. This is from his game against Wesley So. Round 4 of the finals. Tigran Petrosian is white. He has got all his pieces on the king side and attack is incoming. Wesley So played bishop f8. And here knight h2, preparing g4, g5 by Tigran. You can see the cameras on the right side. Right now, he seems focused on the board. It is Wesley's move. Yeah, now he's looking at a different screen. And just for a moment. Yeah, again. And now he's stealing a lot of glances at the other screen or whatever is right next to him. Let's have a look at Tigran Petrosian's win against Dominguez. So we'll look at the exact move where which a lot of players suspect is a computer move. Let's go through the opening first. Petrosian was white. Knight f3 d5, pretty standard. The white gives up the center, but then later claims part of the center. Now e5, queen e2. The e pawn is weak, but it's also gaining a lot of space. And now h4. Rook c8 and bishop g5. Takes, also pretty standard. Takes. Rook c1, defending the pawn. Queen a5, attacking a2 and a3, defending the pawn. Rook c7 and knight d2, developing his knight to better place. And knight b3, queen goes back. And this is where Petrosian plays queen d2. A human would probably, I mean, most of the players at the top level would just play f4, f5. I mean, that's the most logical plan here, right? Why would you want queen d2 to be exact? It's a very deep move. And only a top level, like absolute cream top player, like Magnus Carlsen, if he plays that, nobody would be surprised. Or if an engine plays it, nobody would be surprised. But anybody other than the top player, if they play queen d2, which is a very deep move because it stops kind of a5 and it also stops b4 at some point. So normally f4 is what you would want to do instead of playing queen d2 and waiting, because the only purpose of queen d2 is to control a5 and b4. I mean, but who would care about a5 and b4 now, right? So it was a very suspicious move. Now knight b8, f4, he goes for the plan, and f5, a5. So black got the knight to help in a5. Now takes and bishop h3. Let me also keep the engine on. So when at the moment where queen d2 happened, if you see here, queen d2 is a top engine move, 0.22. f4 directly would have kept things equal, and black would get fb4. Like if you go f4 here, black would go b4, and that is why queen d2 was important. And it's fairly equal apparently, according to the engine. So Tigran plays queen d2, and if you go forward a few moves, queen c7, a5 happened anyway. a5 happened anyway. Now takes, bishop h3, rook e8, queen e2, rook f7, rook f1, takes, queen c7. All these are top engine moves. Queen f2, also the best move, bishop c8, and now takes, and queen a7. So white has got a good advantage after queen a7. Rook f8, and here is another very strong move, queen e7. I mean, it's tempting to play rook takes rook. And what are the other options here? Queen b6 seems like a good option as well. Queen e7 is the second best engine move. Maybe if you go to more depth, you'll say queen e7. And now takes, and the endgame was winning for Petrosian. And he ground down Dominguez in this endgame. Let me go through the moves quickly. White has an extra pawn on the queen side, right? That's what decided things gradually. So combined with the footage of the cameras from the camera feed and the games, it seems a little suspicious. But with just the games, it's overall looking very normal, just like a player playing well. But it's the fact that Tigran Petrosian is semi-retired and was not doing so well in the previous rounds, and suddenly played 4 great games in the finals is what aroused suspicion. The A pawn is just too difficult to stop, and here Dominguez resigned. After this development, Chess.com did a thorough investigation and they disqualified Armenia Eagles. This was their official statement. After a thorough investigation, Chess.com's fair play team determined that GM Tigran Petrosian, who played for the Armenia Eagles, violated fair play regulations during games in both the semi-final and final matches that took place on September 25 and 27. Chess.com and Pro Chess League have issued a lifetime ban against Petrosian for his actions, and per Section F of the league's regulations, the Armenia Eagles have been temporarily banned from participation in future Pro Chess League seasons. So they got disqualified, and the St. Louis Archbishops became the winners of the 2020 Pro Chess League Championship. Heated words ended there, and the rematch that both the players were challenging each other for never happened. And all of this talk died over a few weeks, and Wesley So is still playing at the top level, and Tigran Petrosian is semi-retired.